for getting answers to your immigration questions. I don't even know what 3.5. The provisional waiver waives undocumented status in America. It doesn't waive fraud. So it doesn't even matter the fraud she committed on the adjustment, whether it was or wasn't. She committed fraud in her entry into America.
Correct.
So because she committed fraud in her entry into America, when she goes back to Bolivia to pick up her green card, she has realistically two choices. She could tell the truth on how she came, or she could lie. Nobody's telling her to lie. But if she were to lie, she's now committing a second fraud.
Right.
Which you don't want to do. If she tells the truth, she's already admitted to a fraud. She's going to be denied, and then have to file a second waiver in Bolivia, which will take another year, and you and your wife are going to be separated a year. Yeah, and
just to clarify,
that waiver gets approved.
Yeah.
So I don't even know that the provisional waiver is the right thing here.
Yeah. Lastly, is that was not confirmed as a fraud. It was basically misleading information on the application.
That's a fraud. All right. So I don't know. I don't know who's telling. In other words, let me explain something to you. What misrepresentation is.
Yeah.
Okay. In misrepresentation is something that is not truthful. That had the truth been known, a different outcome would have happened.
Right.
So she entered America on a visa that wasn't her name.
Correct.
That wasn't truthful. Had the government known this was not her name when she came into America, a different result would have happened. They would have sent her home.
Right.
But they let her in. That is, you know, right there, boom, put a fork in it, misrepresentation.
Any last effort we have? Any other final options we have that you could help out with?
Off the top of my head, I don't know, but I think you should definitely have a consultation. So hold on one second. All right.
Okay.
Let's go to Deanna in Margate, Florida. Deanna.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good, Uncle Brad. I just one question I want to ask you, and I wanted to give me your honest answer. I filed my I-1750 or something like that.
I-751.
Right. Me and my husband is going through a divorce. Now I got my interview, which was canceled because it was a 19, so it got canceled because of President Biden.
Right.
So
no, it got canceled because of President Trump, because they're scared that all these domestic terrorists are going to go attack immigration. The day Biden's getting elected, getting sworn in. So they canceled immigration.
Trump needs to go anyway. He needs to go.
All right, but my answer to you is this. When you get your interview, you're going to go to that interview by yourself without your husband. Bring proof that you're going through a divorce, or hopefully maybe even your divorce is done. Ask the immigration officer to convert your case from a joint application to an application based on a divorce. But we can prove that the marriage prior to starting the divorce was a bona fide marriage. And as long as you can prove, not today you live with the man, and not today it's bona fide because you don't live with him anymore, but
I'm still living with him, Brad. Okay. We're going through a divorce. I'm not coming out of the house. We just bought this house.
All right, well then I would still go by yourself because you're going through with a divorce. I would not go with him and say, hey, we're in a happy, lovey-dovey marriage when you're not. Thanks for watching. For more Brad Show Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.